Now let me mention the the last part over here on the external with the remaining time that I have, explaining what the external is. So for the external, this is where you want to be talking about objections that they have about the excuses and turn that into a teaching material now. Okay, so external is basically excuses, justifications on, even if they are sold by the vehicle, even if they believe that they can do it, what other excuses that they have. Okay, so for example, it would be, okay, even if I did your weight loss strategy here that you're proposing to me, Emmanuel, even if I did that, chances are I'll probably gain back all the weight and yo-yo back to my old lifestyle because that's happened to me in the past. Okay, so it would be, I believe in the vehicle. Yeah, I believe in the keto diet thing that you're telling me about. I believe that. I believe that I can do it. I can lose that weight without giving up my favorite foods. Oh, but even if I do it, chances are I'm going to slip back into my old ways and gain all of that weight back, right? Excuses. So if I know that that's an excuse they have, then secret number 3 would be how to achieve permanent results without slipping back into your old ways and yo-yoing back into your previous weight, right? So now it would be like, oh, okay, so it answers an objection about the excuses. Okay, so think about what are the different excuses that they might have when it comes to your marketplace, and how can you turn that into a teaching material. Okay, so that's basically excuses. Let's go ahead and post your internal or external in here, and I will go ahead and look through it one more time and coach you guys with the remaining time that I have over here. Okay, so okay, so where did I stop? I stopped over after harm, Clarissa. Clarissa says, how to pick the best style for you on your wedding day in 30 days without, okay, so over here, I think that in 30 days may not be applicable. Like, so notice like for me, that was a framework, right? To mention time frame, but sometimes mentioning time frames in specific niches may not necessarily be the best use of it. Like over here, I don't think that putting a limiter of best style for your wedding day in 30 days is, you know, is necessary. Okay, without being a bridezilla. So think about like whether the use of time frames are actually necessary. Okay, how to become more beautiful now than now in 5 steps without having a hard time to learn makeup. Okay, so I believe that for you, Kiko, I remember that your vehicle was in makeup, but you are teaching them makeup. So this is a little bit ironic because when you say without having hard time to learn makeup, what they're about to do is to learn makeup from you. Okay, so the only thing that I would teach, one of the things I would change would be like the 5 steps to instantly looking more beautiful without, but I would change the without because you are teaching them makeup, right? And if you're saying that learning makeup is the painful thing to do, but that's what you're proposing to them, learning how to do the makeup. So I would, which is an oxymoron. Okay, so we need to change that so that you're not contradicting yourself. How to become an effective rejection-proof network marketer. Okay, I like this. Okay, So network marketing, I mean, think about like the different objections. If so to kind of elaborate on this, if we can really nail down, okay, and really pinpoint what is it that they really face. So yes, this is broad, right? How to become an effective network marketer and become rejection proof. But if we can really drill down to their pains, right? What is their pains? Would be approaching friends and family, right? That's like every network marketer's pain. So it would be why approaching, like that is something I definitely want you there. Like why approaching friends and family is like hurting you, and what you want to be doing, and what the top 1% of network marketers are doing to have this competitive advantage. So be like, oh, wow, I wonder what the top 1% is. Or it could be why the top 1% of network marketers never approach friends and family, and what you can be doing to model them instead. So now it's like, oh, wow, okay. So notice that I'm killing two birds with one stone, right? What's the different objections? Oh, the different, I'm telling them that to succeed in network marketing, you don't have to be approaching friends and family, right? So like, why the top 1% of network marketers never approach friends and family? So notice my languaging. I'm straight away answering objection of, oh, network marketing, I'm going to enroll my friends and family, and what you want to be doing to model them instead. Okay, so while what you have is great, I want you to think about how can you create something that will really resonate with your market. Okay, so think about how the rest of you can actually implement this for the messaging in your market that will really resonate with them. Like, things like starving yourself, right? That's great because people think like, why starving yourself is actually dangerous, right? So think about that, right? People's objection is, oh, to lose weight, I'm going to starve myself. Now you're on their side, it will be why starving yourself is actually dangerous and will in fact cause you to regain all of that weight, and how you want to be utilizing this other technique for long-lasting results. Okay, so now it'll be like, oh wow, it actually answers this objection. Okay, so how the stock market analysis keeps you poor and why you should be doing this secret system that successful investors use to make 20.6% returns a year without the stress and less than 10 minutes per week. I believe that this is still on the vehicle. Okay, let me just scroll down and see if, okay, let's talk about secret, the secret number 2 and 3. Okay, so how you can still experience efficient fat loss no matter what ethnicity, gender, skill set, or age you are. Okay, okay, so like I don't have the genes, I don't have the skill set, I'm too old, too young to do this. Okay, secret number 3 is how you can make exercise part of your lifestyle so that you can get guaranteed results instead of regressing. Okay, okay, great. So, right, internal, external. I don't have the time to create content. I can't speak well or write well. So how to effortlessly pump out high quality content, even viral. How to pump out high quality content consistently, okay? So that you can strategically attract a consistent, I don't like using the words, the same words twice in a sentence. So maybe like change the word consistent with reliable and get a reliable flow of leads and customers for your business. Even if you're busy, don't have in-depth knowledge or can't speak or write well. Okay, I like this, just the repetition of words, okay, so and to tighten it up. So it would be how to effortlessly pump out high quality, consistent content so that you can strategically attract reliable flow of leads and customers for your business. ... Even if you're busy, don't have in-depth knowledge, or can't speak well. Okay, so there's a lot of ands and ors, so that's why it's hard to read it. So just brush that up so that it becomes cleaner. Okay. Objection: I don't know how to drive traffic. Get the same customers who are getting to customers start coming to you instead. Okay, so the only thing with this, Jason, is that, like, I know you are targeting people in the financial market, right? People who are insurance, real estate. So I don't know if these people are thinking that their biggest objection when it comes to external is, I don't know how to drive traffic. And like, I believe that you are using the strategy here at Funnel Hacks as the secret. So I would want to you might want to change this secret, because like secret number 2 is good, very good, because it's like how to get more leads, right? That's what you're thinking. So think about like this secret is very good. Don't get me wrong. Like this secret is amazing. Okay. I just don't know if it answers the objection of, I don't know how to drive traffic, as in, I don't know if your target audience actually has this objection. If you think that they do, then okay. Because this is a great secret, but just think about whether your customers, your audience is having that external objection. Okay. How to achieve consistent results and stop depending on expensive bankers. Okay, so over here, it's like, I would say like, why expensive bankers or investment advisors are actually hurting you and taking your money, and aren't really the experts at all. Then I'll put like in bracket, remember has anyone forgotten about the subprime crisis started by bankers themselves? Right? So this is where it would be like, yeah, bankers and investment advisors may not necessarily have your best interest at heart, right? So like another angle would be why bankers and, in inverted commas, investment advisors may not necessarily have your best interest at heart. Then in bracket, has anyone here forgotten about the subprime crisis? Right? So it's like, now we'll be like, yeah, these guys, they may not have your right, your interest at heart. So think about how can you start having people and resonate with your messaging. Okay, how to start your own scalable 6-figure business without spending more than 3 hours a day by following the proven 5-step counter-Newtonian method. Okay, or why building a scalable 6-figure is time consuming. Okay, no, I like Clara. So like your first one's better than your second one. Why building a scalable is time consuming. Unless you say, why building a 6-figure business the traditional way is time consuming, and how this 5-step counter Newtonian method will save you 75% time on that learning curve. Okay, so having that balance between the red ocean and blue ocean is crucial. Okay, so secret number 2, remove the shadow of your tiger parents in your mindset and create a brand new mindset to bring up happy kids. Okay. Over here, this is where they may not necessarily understand what it means by, unless you put it in inverted commas, right? And people are like, no, like, okay. One of the things like I don't would like to bring up would be, think about how you can use messaging that really resonates with them. Like, notice that I'm just saying that over and over and over again, right? How to shield your children from social pressure to grow up too fast. So same thing over here. I feel that I don't know if it's compelling enough for a parent. Like for me, if I can imagine, if I'm a parent, I don't know if I want to sign up for a webinar or for a presentation from the social, because I can't resonate with this. Like, I don't know what this means from the social pressure of growing up too fast. Like, so come from something that they can resonate with. Okay, so like bringing up happy kids, right? That's important. I think like every parent will like, yeah, I want to be able to bring up happy kids. So over here is the same thing where we kind of gave the magic away, right? The magic was to, I suppose what you mean over here is by being a very strict disciplinarian as a parent, to bring up happy kids, right? So over here, it's kind of like telling them to bring up happy kids, you need to stop being the tiger parent and remove the tiger parent mindset, right? So think about how can you have that secret so that it's more towards something that resonates with them. So secret number 2 is okay. It's just secret number 3. It's like, how do I shield them from the social pressure? Perhaps you can explain what this means, because the social pressure to grow up too fast, like, do kids have that, the pressure of growing up too fast? Like, so I can't resonate with that. So for that reason, I probably would not have signed up for that webinar. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Okay, it is good. Like, why you only need 500 euros to start, and why don't need years of training for, or wait years for the result. Okay. Okay. Internal objections. We kind of summarize today's session and why it plays such a huge role in the entire big picture. Okay. Once we have our 3 secrets, our secrets about the internal, the vehicle, internal, external, this ultimately, you can turn that into 5 steps like what I did. This becomes your basis of what goes onto your webinar registration page. This goes into all of the different parts of the entire presentation. It goes into the slide deck, it goes into all of that. And that's why I spent a little bit more time today talking about this, because once you have this piece figured out, the rest becomes a whole lot easier. And that's why this is actually the next step. Because once we have this next piece, like step number 4 is deep. It's a lot. Okay, so like the next step on proven presentations, this is where before building up the slide deck, we're gonna create like the story, the earning the right. But all of that is really based upon these 3 secrets. So this is what your main task is before next 2 weeks, which is huge. Okay. Your role here is to finish up what is secret 1, 2, 3 that strategically answers those 3 objections. Because once you have those 3 objections, we're going to use them in the funnel. Okay. Now, if you are first starting up, understand that this is still super crucial in understanding your messaging. So get this piece done before the next session, because in the next session, we are then going to move into presentation mode. And in your presentation, you're going to realize that we're going to use these 3 secrets a lot, over and over and over again. So what is the main takeaways from this session today? Number 1, do not use broad generic messaging. Broad generic messaging is secret number 1, how to make over millions of dollars online using this 5-step process. Okay, generic, not going to resonate. Number 2, the message you use will determine the people that you attract. So if you use the message of how you can get a 5-figure income in just 7 days with the push of a button, those are the people you're going to attract. Okay. So notice your messaging. Number 3, be specific without giving away the farm. Okay. So notice that if you are telling people a certain step, a certain thing, notice when you read it yourself, ask yourself, is there still a compelling reason to show up for this webinar if I just discovered this secret? Okay, so think about if you use that, right? Is there still some sort of hook or curiosity that they will have if they read that sentence? Okay, those are the 3 biggest takeaways to summarize today's session. Because once you have those things, this is where we are going to be using it for our next session. Okay, so I want to thank all of you today for being here and for being amazing. 2 weeks time, I'm still going to be here in the US. I'm going to be here for 5 weeks. So yes, it's still going to be at the normal times. And get the homework done because next session is going to be very heavy. Okay. That being said, I want to thank all of you for being here, for being amazing, for being awesome. I'm here to support you guys. There is one last thing, is that I'm still toying. I'm actually toying for the possibility of using Facebook's platform called Workplace, which is, I believe, would be a much better way to serve you guys better rather than using this Facebook group. So there may be invite for those of you to join Facebook Workplace for this specific group, but there's still a few things that we're finalizing to decide if we want to make that shift. So anyway, just expect that invitation maybe in the next 2 weeks if we decide to do so. We're still thinking about it. Okay, so thank you everybody. I appreciate you guys being here, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Do whatever it takes to be there. It's going to be 6 a.m. my time, but I'm still going to do whatever you know what, guys? No. I believe that I might be going to the other side of the US. So for me, it's possibly 3 or 4 in the morning, okay? But I'm not gonna use that excuse. I'm still gonna be there. So you do whatever it takes to be there as well, okay? But I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Thanks for everything, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye. Take care.